Namaste. Welcome and greetings. I am Magick Require. It's gonna stop a virus. No. This
Got y'all listening now. Some witchcraft for that ass. Too late to turn away. Abracadabra and all that good shit. Yo. Hocus pocus, got you focused on my rhyme. Simply easy, now I'm eating couch potatoes, I recline. No, I'm joking as I'm toking power puffs and pokey yokes. Till my town and villa filled with ganja smoke, you know the dope. Coming out my pipes, talking about the bones in my throat. With the mic, I'm casting curses every night, you know the scope. Got my spells handy. You may call it the phone, but when I'm done reciting, you'll give me the keys to the throne. Then I take my keys to go home. Didn't say I was done. While rush to end it all, it feels amazing to have won. I'm not planning to ball, but why not take the chance to stunt? No, I don't need it all. Can think of a thing I don't want. Do I worship the sun, or sold my soul for the tongue, or dead since I was young, or got some voodoo done?
Namaste, namastizzle, peace and blessings. Am I saying this right? B-side boy, peace, God. How are you? Hopefully, y'all have had a great week. Today, it is actually in the 80s today. I bullshit you not. After the weather acted like it wasn't trying to kill us all last week. It is 82 degrees here in Texas. 83 degrees. It's shorts weather. It's a great spring day. I'm not rubbing that in the faces of y'all who are still having cold weather, because I believe another cold front is going to sweep the United States like in the next couple of days. So peace and blessings, Legacy Sigma. What's going on? What's the deal? Peace. Again, I hope y'all have had a great week and a great weekend ahead. It is Super Bowl weekend. Next week, it's Friday the 13th. You know what I mean? So get those rituals in, use that day. Damn, it's -2. Shit, sorry, man. -2. God damn. Like I said, I'm not trying to rub it in nobody's faces either, but this is Texas, and it's one of the reasons we decided to settle down here when it was time for us to leave. Was one of the decisions. The all around weather, most of the time we get this kind of weather. I love it even more in El Paso. Oh man, because El Paso is surrounded by mountains and it's just absolutely beautiful. When it's beautiful there, which is most of the time, it is exceptional. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Texas is it. I don't miss the cold weather. Back in Philly, I do get homesick a lot, but man, nothing to beat this Texas weather. What's up, King? Gratitude. What's the deal, sir? Peace, Prox. What's the deal? Nice wet. Yes, absolutely. Black Swan Dove. First time seeing that name. Welcome, though. Ouch. You got questions for me? Shoot. What's the questions? What's right on time? Cosmic Chaos. What's the deal, my lady? How are you? Y'all had to forgive me too. I'm still watching Vikings and on my Viking magic shit with the runes and the orations. That's crazy that people still won't take advantage of it, but it is what it fucking is. Also, thank you so much for putting me on to that Javanese magic. I found a bunch of info, wouldn't have even known about it. I'm glad you put it to use. I still use the chant sometimes when I go outside just to see how it works. I love the way it works. The Javanese chant, the Puchuk Peanut Selara Peanut, that I love the way that works. The only downside to that is that it attracts everything, and that includes men, and I ain't interested. So, it's all good though. It's all good. I was just looking at an email. I was trying to clean out my Yahoo email, and I still got emails from like 2008, 2009. And I was trying to clean those emails out, right? And I saw the email, what I was telling y'all about when I reached out to those Indonesian people who gently but firmly turned me away when I was trying to get some of their secrets and shit. They is not letting no foreigner get a hold of that shit. So you got to get what you get. You know what I mean? Hey, Nikki, peace. How are you? Haven't seen you in a minute. I hope everything's okay. How's it going? Actually, wait a minute. I seen you. You sent me something. You sent me something on Instagram that I just looked at, I think today. Let me see. Let me see. Oh yeah. You sent me that you sent me that it is Deepak Chopra. How you say his name? Deepak Chopra. He's in it on too, on the Epstein files. You sent me that. You've been working late. Understood. Life be life, and I get it. I totally get that. Why is the codum such a secret initiator magic? And when chanting Vickers, does that attract the energy of celestial beings since the abjab has energy? Abjab. All right, you're going to have to help me out with this. I'm not understanding your question. Secret initiator. What do you mean by that? Chanting mantras or Vickers, what they do, they attract things on a quantum level. I'm not sure what the abjab is. Since the abjab has angels, I'm not understanding what that is. I'm sorry, I don't get it. Peace, Mooney. How are you? Yeah, okay. Deepak Chopra. How do you say his name? I remember I was on that shit back in El Paso. It didn't last that long. Deepak Chopra, whatever. Hi. All right, so Katrina sent me some good shit. She really sent me some good shit, y'all. First of all, Asir dropped it. God damn it. No, I didn't. I keep forgetting. I swear I keep getting distracted. Cosmic Chaos. I keep missing it. Hopefully I can get to it this weekend. I did not know. And like I said, YouTube be acting like a hoe, and I don't get notifications, even though I'm subscribed to his channel. Peace, Michael Surrett. What's the deal, brother? It is hard to find info or decode them. Why is it so safeguarded to short? Oh, just like I was just saying, because they unlike Americans, they safeguard their secrets. This was never supposed to get out to the masses the way it has. These secrets, these magical secrets, never was meant for mass consumption. You were always either two classes. You had to go and study at the foot of a master to learn magic, or you were a noble, all right? And you could afford to travel and go learn under a master, okay? There was no in between, all right? Everybody wasn't just able to go and learn magic. Social media has caused it to get out, and there has been some fucking stupid people who actually are just, they taken something that's sacred and made it this popular thing and something to make money off of. And I'm still seeing people who are showing their sacred spaces. You know what I mean? That's the number one thing. You don't show where you do your magic at. That's not, It was never supposed to be this way. The way it's gotten now has been because of social media and people who are irresponsible. And they got thousands of retarded children following them and regurgitating nonsense that they say. All right. So I've got books, though, legacy segment. I've got books that got sacred magic in it that the masses have no idea what's in them. Okay. One has information about the totems and other stuff. Remember, I'm talking about dial magic. This stuff beats the shit out of that. Okay, because there's certain rituals that they do to add spirits into dolls. It's way more advanced than what I showed here. Way more advanced. Their magic is sacred to them, and so they don't just freely give it out, especially not to foreigners. Okay. I hope that answered your question. You know what I mean? And I remember when I was first starting out, this girl followed, even I blocked her, she followed me. I blocked her again. She followed, she kept finding me. Ah, there you are. I found you. I was like, what do you want? And she was like, why don't you teach me this, blah, blah, blah. I said, okay, read this book, read this book, read this book. She's like, okay, got it. Okay, got it. And I know damn well she wasn't writing down this shit so fast. This bitch had the nerve to say to me, why are all of y'all so selfish? She said that to me. She said, why? I'm like, what do you mean? She said, y'all want to keep everything to yourself. She wanted me to hold her hand and teach her sister. I didn't know this woman. You know what I mean? I was like, what am I supposed to teach you? You know, there's this sense of entitlement amongst people that we are supposed to give out sacred knowledge without actually working for it. That makes sense. If that makes any sense whatsoever. All right. So where did I lose you on this one, King? You mean two classes of people? Where did I go wrong with that? What did I say wrong? Please tell me. What did I say wrong? Working with the vicars, do they attract angels since the names of Allah and has angels attached to them? I wouldn't say that they attract angels, okay? Matter of fact, no, they don't. They attract certain things. Their attributes and the way that you say them attract certain things into your life, into your aura, okay? But for angels, especially Kabbalistically, you got to do some kind of ritual to attract those angels. You got to know sacred names, sacred numbers, all right? And for lack of a better word, passwords. I'm not trying to be, secretive or anything like that, but there are protocols when it comes to this. All right. And like I said, people have gotten so entitled that they think that everybody is supposed to just hand out like things that were not meant for mass consumption. It is what it is. I'm not making this up. Okay. You had to do certain things or be of a certain class of person to be able to learn magic. It wasn't just freely given out like that. What's up to the homie Katrina? Happy Friday. Is that book in the Sufi class you have? It might be. I'm not sure. The book I'm referring to, I think it might be. It might be. I can't say for sure because I can't think off the top of my head with the Islamic. Each class in Magic 301 and 401 courses of mine, they have a lot of books, so I can't think off the top of my head. But it might be. Answered it to the core? Okay. Thank you. Dora, hey, what's up, Empress KK? I ain't see you sneaking here. Exactly. Thank you. That's exactly right. It's like I'm supposed to just give you stuff that I've learned almost 30 motherfucking years. I'm supposed to just give it to you. That's like I said, people have become this generation in society has become so entitled. They think that You are supposed to learn sacred knowledge. You're supposed to dig, and dig, find all this shit, put it together, and hand it to them. No, I was just surprised. I learned something I was already doing intuitively, like the brown paper bag. I got about, oh, okay, I got you, understood. Yeah, that's, think about, think about if you watch old karate movies, old kung fu movies, the masters, the masters were old, agile, gray-haired men. All right. And people who wanted to learn martial arts had to go to one of them. All right. And usually they were tricked. They had to prove their worth to learn. A good movie to see this is played out in The Five Deadly Venoms and Ghostface Killer. What's the name of that? The Art of Chess Boxing, I think is the name of that one. The Art of Chess Boxing, where Ghostface Killer from Wu-Tang Clan got his name. That one. I think that's the one. Yeah, that's the one. You had to find, and usually masters hid themselves. You can find this all in anime and all in old karate movies. All right. But like one more time, people have become so entitled, and people have taken to social media and YouTube and actually freely given out what was supposed to be sacred knowledge. Oh, my classes, you just contact me. That's all. My classes are on my website. I've given this. I'm not saying you saw it and didn't say it or anything like that, but the classes that I have are here. Posted here. I put all of the it's in below. I put all the available classes that I have now are on the website. Almost done. Oh, okay. All right. Well, it's too nice of a day to be working. I ain't gonna lie. It is beautiful here. It is like I said, it's 83 degrees. 83 degrees. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah. Okay. Cool. Greetings. Magic should be sacred and used to help people as opposed to it. Exactly. And Mrs. Tate, wow, I ain't seen that name in a long time. See this here? She's absolutely correct. And that's what happens when you get ignorant people. You give them something like sacred magic, and they use it to attack people that may have breathed on them wrong for all kinds of silly shit or trying to bend someone to their will. That is why magic was never supposed to be for mass consumption like that. It was given to people who were studious and who had integrity and who would do something with it for the good of the village or whatever, or the community. All right. Not for people who are out of their minds. Okay. So then you got people who got thousands of subscribers and followers hanging on every word and just doing stupid shit. What good is it to have a couple thousand followers if they are all ignorant, retarded children? What good is it to have people who can't think for themselves following you? I don't want those kind of people following. Right. There you go. Kill Bill 2. Exactly, King. Exactly. She had to go all the way to fucking, was it Japan? Thailand? She had to go to a master to learn how to fight. That's how she was able to defeat Bill. Okay. Yeah, with Uma Thurman. Yeah, that's exactly right. Exactly right. What's up, Lloyd? the more entitled they pretend to be, the harder they fall. Exactly. Exactly. I've gotten sick of entitled people. Okay. That's and you have no idea how many people who actually claim to want to learn magic. All right. And I find I'm a Virgo. We are like born detectives. We spot fakes a mile away. All right. I had someone didn't even talking about. I had a couple people tell me they wanted to take all the classes. They wasn't gonna finish. They didn't get past the first course. Not past the first course. And some of the people that I met with to go over the classes was guessing. You could tell they didn't read shit. They didn't do none of the assignment. I don't want those kind of people trying to come to learn from me. You either got to be serious about it or leave me the fuck alone. You can go to one of these people who freely give it out. Go right ahead. I seen you on there. You put up a new class. Yeah, I just finished. And it takes me time. It takes me time to make these classes. To create. I don't just put things together. No, it takes time. You know what I mean? I just finished Egyptian magic, and I'm still working on Catholic magic. So unless you're serious, go to somebody who doesn't think much of it. We good over here. Right. Hey, what's up, Sharon? No. Oh, but I totally got it off. I did not get to. Oh, okay. um, and on another note, the title of this particular live is "We Can't Help Them. Negroes Are So Lost." You would think that the last 5 years taught people something. All right. You would think, no. That has not happened. People are still dependent on big pharma medicines and anything that the media tells them. I ain't gonna say we because I ain't included in this shit, but the black race is so fucking lost. This is not for people that don't have exactly have a little bit of integrity. You know what I mean? I've been saying this shit for a long time, I sometimes forget that I'm talking to a bunch of brainwashed people, and I tried to help somebody just yesterday. And you do not have to accept, gentlemen, you do not have to accept having ED or any other health issue. You do not have to just accept that and take a pill to cure it. There are ways. Before there was such a thing as a licensed doctor. Here's yet another thing the societies did. Okay. We went to shamans and healers and witches who were responsible for the health of the village or the villages. Okay. Before there was such a thing as a licensed doctor having a bunch of or having a medical degree. All right. We'd heal naturally. All right. All these medicines do is give you a bunch of side effects. And if you look at Bobby Hemmett's lectures, Bobby warned y'all. He said that taking things like blood pressure medicine will give you blood pressure, high blood pressure. You know what I mean? So I was trying to help someone, and the way she responded reminded me that we are still such a brainwashed people. You have to leave people where they are. Okay. You cannot help these people. Sad but true. You cannot help the Negroes. Sorry, not sorry. You cannot help them. Okay. She said that her husband had ED, but he's a good man. He pays attention to her. They have a great marriage and they do other things for intimacy. I said, has he tried to get this corrected some kind of way? And that's when she told me all that. I said, oh, okay. She said she was happy. I said, okay. Cool. I said, if we could just get him off the blood pressure medicine, my mistake. This was my mistake. Okay. She freaked the fuck out. She freaked out about that. And her response to me, I'm going to show you what she said. She said, why would I want him off his blood pressure medicine? With 2 question marks. That's crazy with an exclamation point. I don't want my husband to die just so his penis can get hard. Okay. So I said, I'm not saying that so that your husband can die, ma'am. Just that there are alternative ways to treat high blood pressure naturally and without any side effects. That's all I was saying. Please forget I said anything. Really didn't mean to get you upset. She had a cheerleader come on and cheer her on and said, right, that's literally what led to my uncle and having major stroke in his early 60s, nursing home, then death. Change diet and take them pills, is what her cheerleader said. She finally responds back to me and says, thank you, but no thank you. However, I am extremely happy the way things are. His blood pressure meds are working. Our relationship is great. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Listen to me. Please listen to me. You don't have to accept that shit. You don't. Okay? ED is not normal. And there are ways to fix it. Just like there are ways to fix every single condition that you have. Our people are so brainwashed that if a doctor doesn't say it, they're not going to believe it. Okay? Gentlemen, if you suffer from this, there's a book called Fitness by Penis. Okay? Fitness by Penis. All right? Blood pressure, high blood pressure, okay, can be resolved by eating a grapefruit a day. How simple is this? That's not the only thing, but that's the first thing that came to my mind. All right? There's several different things you can do to heal yourself naturally. She wasn't trying to hear it. And once I saw how she freaked out, I was out. I was out of that conversation. I was like, oh, never mind. I'm sorry. You see what I'm saying? There are so many factors that contribute to us having high blood pressure. I cannot for the life of me think of which Bobby Hemmett lecture he pointed this out. But there are so many factors, and pork is one of them. Salt is another one of them. All right? Not drinking enough water is yet another one of them. Okay? There's so many things that you can do to treat your blood pressure. You also got to remember something. When they put these studies out and these statistics and all these studies, they are meant for white people. Sorry, not sorry. They are meant for white people. They are not meant for us. Okay? And Bobby told y'all, okay, we run hot anyway. Our blood pressure runs high. All right? So, yeah. Can you do the classes with other works? Like how intensive are they? I've been wanting to take, but be with the okay, so don't be wanting to fall off from neither. If you could see me, I can explain how that works. How we meet. I meet with my students on Sundays. Sundays is the best time to meet with the students. You get a bunch of books, a bunch of videos. I provide everything. All right. And you got assignments to do. It's like you would, if you ever took a college course, it's exactly like that. It designed it that way. All right. So, right, I'm about to do this detox that will regulate my blood pressure and other issues within the body, all herbal. Okay. All herbal. People look at me crazy when I tell them pineapple juice is like 300% more effective than cough syrup. See? Now I know y'all going to come with the suggestions. I'm with that. Do that. Once you get on, exactly. Bobby said that. Bobby Hemmett said that. Once you get on that blood pressure medicine, you cannot get off. They have tried to put me on this blood pressure medicine for a while now. I keep refusing. I'm like, no, I'm not doing it. Absolutely not. And they have side effects. Okay. Not one person that I see that take that medication is healthy at all. At all. Yes, exactly. I can't remember which one. Bobby did an extensive lecture on it. It wasn't just about blood pressure, but Bobby put us on to the secrets of why they do this and other things. But if I can find it, I will let y'all know. That's what the doctors say. No, this channel is not for him. No, she didn't seek me out. This is a Black people group that I'm in. The question was, here was the question. According to research, 50% of men today struggle with ED or PE. However, if a man is respectful, committed, integrous, a good listener, communicator, provider, leader, and loving, a good woman will remain loyal, faithful, and committed to the relationship. The compassionate love of a Black woman is beyond amazing and should be celebrated. Agree. And so her initial response is, for me, this is true. My husband has ED, but he treats me like a queen. No man will ever treat me as good as he does. So it's easy to stay committed. And like I said, she said they do other things for intimacy. That's not normal, y'all. I don't give a fuck what she said. That's not normal. It simply is not normal. Did she stop feeding him that pork and deep fried steak he wouldn't have? Oh, wow. You're absolutely correct, King. Absolutely correct. A simple lifestyle change can change out. Exactly. Simple. The medicine. Exactly. Y'all are on it. Exactly. He said it wasn't a bad thing. That's exactly what Bobby said. He said that Black people run high anyway. Just like they say our BMIs, or they say I'm obese. I'm overweight. They say most Black women are overweight. But that's because the studies and those measurements are meant for white women. We're not built the same way. We're just not. We're not built the same way. We are not the same people. I don't give a damn. We are the world. Kumbaya. Fuck all that shit. We are not the same people. That's my problem, not drinking enough water. I'm a delivery driver and be forgetting to drink. Yeah, me too. Not me too, but I drink a lot of coffee. But I do remember, especially at night, to drink a whole lot of water. I take magnesium at night too. Not just to help me sleep, to prevent heart attacks and other things that can happen throughout the night. I was borderline diabetic and high cholesterol. What did I do? Stop eating beef, chicken, and pork now. Both. Exactly. Exactly. A lifestyle change will correct all of this. You know what else will correct all of this that people think is a nasty thing, but is not? Urine therapy. Your urine, they lied about that too. They lied about everything. Your urine is literally a blueprint of your DNA. It is literally a blueprint. All right. Know what else? Sacred medicines like Amanita muscaria. Okay. San Pedro, ayahuasca. Ayahuasca and San Pedro, both of them. They will get in your body, find what's wrong, get it out of there. Yes, I have a stationary bike that I'm on like most days. Plus, I bowl. So my legs are always hurting, but yeah. I think they did too, because I was trying to find it recently. I'm with you, Brox. I think they took it off. I was trying to find that recently. I'm like, these motherfuckers took that off of there. Bastards. The aliens call it liquid gold. Yeah, they call it the elixir of life. Actually, there are several books. One's called The Fountain of Life. They've been doing it in India for years to cure everything. It is not waste, y'all. What is waste actually comes out your behind. That's waste. That's what you can't put back in your body. But your urine, that's why I say your body is the most complex machine ever created in this universe. It literally knows how to correct itself and to heal itself. Okay? There are ways to get off everything. Cayenne pepper will serve you well in everything. Okay? Sleep deprivation and not drinking enough water will affect your melanin. Exactly. Get some sleep. Get some sleep. Magnesium does wonders. Amanita muscaria does wonders. But back on the ED, there's a technique called jelqing. 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 Okay. Jelqing elongates your penis. There are exercises that you can do that will keep you in shape while by using your penis. All right. That is sacred. It's always been considered sacred. Okay. Always. Having ED is not normal. It's not. I did a live 6 years ago. Look what I said here. Pay attention to what I said here. I said, take care of the D. Gentlemen, y'all should know what I'm talking about. Do something else. I found that thinking about something else don't really work for me. That don't really work for me. I got to physically do something else. Hello, LA. Am I saying it right? Make sure I'm saying it. Cypher. Oh, I already spoke Cypher. My bad. What's going on? And LEL, I think that's how you say your name. Yeah. All right. So protect the ding-a-ling. It is a sacred tool. It plants the seed that gives life. You know what I'm saying? A lot of men don't know the value in having a good, healthy ding-a-ling. You know what I'm saying? So you should, like I said, you should be trying to please the woman first anyway. You know what I mean? Make her come a few times before you go ahead and release. You know what I'm saying? There are some dick exercises out there. Jelqing is one of them. Jelqing. Jelqing. Not only does that increase your length and your girth, but it's actually a workout, right? I'm not going to give the techniques here because it's a book called Fitness by Penis. Let me say it again. Fitness by Penis. Door pause. I don't know why door pause there. But that's the name of the book. I know where I got it. Dramatic effect, people, is why I do that door pause. LEL, L twice, LL. All right, I got it, I think. All right, so the door pause was for, there is a book called Fitness by Penis that gives you ways of not just strengthening your sexual health, but you get fit in the process. You actually get a workout. You know what I'm saying? We men don't realize how valuable our tool is. So you got to protect it. It is a muscle. So it has to be used, not just for sex. You know what I'm saying? Not just for sex, but for our overall well-being. How is that? Because we've never been taught that. And like I said, in society these days, every goddamn thing is offensive. Everything is taboo. Magick flies here to give you the shit that they say is taboo. This is one of the most important things that you should learn. Your sexuality. Your sexuality is magic. Period.
Wow. 6 years ago, I said all that. Okay. And yeah, I mean, if you can see the comments in that group where people are cheering this woman on for staying with him, I'm like, that's not normal, though. I mean, I'm glad that y'all are happy, but that's not normal. It's not. You know, where are we at? For ED, nitric oxide via beet powder. It is a circulation. Exactly, Nikki, exactly. That book, Fitness by Penis, I think I put it in Patreon. If not, I'm going to put it back in there. Go. Of course, I can't take credit for it. I got it from Azazel Bay's site when he had his site up. I know they did that before they wouldn't have a heart attack on the embassy thing in the blood pressure medicine. People eat peephole. The body is the a cloak, literally. Processed and fried foods. Exactly. I told you, I'm seeing Sikius, or however you say her name, out of Mississippi. And now there's this fat white woman who does the same thing. She sits in front of a camera and she eats. That's it. She's got thousands and thousands of followers just watching her eat. You know what I mean? Is that the right? I honestly don't know, but it's called jelking. It's on Google. You can Google it, you know. Again, that's a technique that's meant to help you stretch it out, give it more girth. You know what I mean? Back against the wall in the sitting position for a minute is great for that There you go. There's another tip, y'all, from my king. Thank you. What's up, Green-Eyed Crow? Doctor said that urine allowed him to see extremely better after going blind. His urine, y'all. His urine. I think Sebi now only deals with celebrities. Didn't he pass away? I think Dr. Sebi passed away, if I'm not mistaken. People love being sick. Exactly. They love it. They absolutely love it. That's why I am in a couple bowling leagues, and in each bowling league I'm in, there's older Asian women. This one woman is in her 60s. You cannot tell except by her face. That's how fit she is. That's exactly how fit. She dresses like she's going out. You know what I mean? And she's Asian, and she's like 66 years old. You could not tell. And then on my Thursday league, there's another little Asian woman, okay? She's in her 70s and move like she's a little girl. You know what I mean? Those Asian techniques, it's a reason they last so long. Their lifestyles, okay, that which we just like Nikki just said, we like being sick. This isn't normal either. You know what I mean? 37 years of abstinence. You should see the comments. Them people cheering her on. Okay. Listen, I can't last 37 days. When I was younger, I couldn't last 37 minutes. So nature, everything in nature has the ability to reproduce itself. All right. Everything. The animals, fruit, which is why they have seeds, and you. You are meant here to reproduce the race to keep going. 37 years abstinent. Why? Like what? Why? Why? For what? And she said, thank God. You cannot help these people. I'm sorry. You can't do it. They're gone. They're gone, y'all. They're gone. They're gone. Peace to Kezi. Happy Friday. So they said. Yep. Exactly, Mooney. 37 years. She's celebrating it. I am abstinent for 37 fucking years. Crazy. Y'all are on a certain frequency simply by the fact that you are here on a Friday afternoon with me, listening to me. Y'all can't help these people, man. It's done. It's done. Seeing a lot. Exactly. I'm seeing a whole. I'm still seeing people with masks on, y'all. Overweight young people. Those women I just told you about, they're young. They're young women. They're not older. They're young. Exactly. That sad music was very fucking appropriate. Always for God and Jesus. Lord have mercy and thank you, Jesus. I swear. The spell that have been cast on people as far as Christianity has worked so well that this is what you have. They always, Bobby said, I keep going to that. Bobby said the masses were never supposed to make it. I had ED at 25. And what did you do to correct it? Did you correct it some kind of way? Still not, it's not normal, but it's, somebody said it earlier, it's a circulation issue. It can be corrected. You're abstinent because of meds? I didn't know that. Okay. No, you can't help these fucking people. What can you do? You can't help them. It's done. You can't help them. You just can't. That's why I started to engage that woman, and then I stopped, and I was like, nah, you know what? I'm good. I am absolutely good. You know what I mean? I am good. You know, still our images, the religion, and the medications, and our images steadily on the attack. Women are still supporting gay men, gay black men. You know what I mean? I don't know who this is, but look how he got up on stage. I have absolutely no idea who this person is.
Shit. Happy Black History Month for the rest of my life. Listen, I want to remind everyone that we are all we got, and we know who I'm referring to. So please give yourself some grace and extend your kindness to your neighbor who needs it, okay? I mean, with that being said, to the Recording Academy, thank you for the Grammy. To my parents, thank you for loving and supporting me in ways that will last me 10,000 lifetimes. Behind the Access, D-Sing Records, The Nucleus, Emerald Media, Create Music Group, my team, my village, my cousins, the visionaries who believed in me enough to help guide me forward. Okay, never straight. My family and friends.
All right, so know what I mean? I cringe when I see shit like that. You know what I mean? I cringe. You know, they are still they are. Y'all heard me say this. They are never going to stop with attacking our images and uplifting shit like that. Whoever that was. All right, just fucking sad, man. I see this. I see this myself. I see the people with masks on in the car by themselves. Like, what are y'all doing? Jesus. Exactly. That's all that does. Being abstinent. You know what I mean? Suppresses your Kundalini energy. You're supposed to help that Kundalini energy rise, y'all. It's supposed to. Sex is normal. All right. That's one of the things that I was taught as a Christian, as a Catholic. Okay. They suppress sex, masculine men, healthy lifestyles, everything that helps us as a race. They hate it. Right. Theatrics. They love feminine acting ass men. I hate that shit. Be honest. I hate it. Also, stop letting these people, y'all gonna have to go back to homeschooling too. Y'all still letting, let me say it like this. Y'all still letting the enemies watch your children after they have shown you time and time again what they will do to them. Look at this. Look at her right here. Watch what she's about to do.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to actually get you there. Are you going to be here? I'm so sorry. I actually did not mean it.
Look, man. Look. You can't help them. You can't help them because people still eat after the last 6 motherfucking years. They just continue to let them watch their children. They continue to wear masks. They continue to do all this bullshit. Woosah. Woosah. Oh, woosah. These Negroes. Even them balloon pops with gruesome men, 70% of them be looking sassy. Even them women saying it's right. Exactly. That dating show. Yeah, I see that. That's their culture, boring and dry. Then they try to convince the world that it's better. Exactly. That teacher took off her shoe and threw it at that black child. I would have happily went to jail for that one. I would have happily went. And the other teachers did absolutely nothing. And y'all still go and let them handle y'all children. Utah, one of the most suppressed states, also biggest prescription drug users and porn addictions. I bet, you know. Talking about she didn't mean to do it. Man, that's crazy. It is absolutely crazy. You know. Racism might have helped sisters, though. If this is true. If this is true. They say that, let me see if I can find the clip. They say, of course, y'all know that they have been releasing these files. And check this out. If this is true, I don't know if it's true, but if this is true, racism is actually a good thing. Because
girls on the island, with reports saying he complained about girls with tattoos, piercings, and not liking African-American females. He was also quoted telling one of the women who brought him other women, "Don't bring me any N-words." Thoughts? Turns out that Epstein didn't want black girls on the island.
he said, don't bring him no niggas. That's what he said. That's what he said. So that might have worked out in y'all favor. Exactly. That is the one good thing. I'm not even gonna say one good thing. He has a couple good things, but Baneful Magic by E.A. Coetting that's how I learned a lot of shit. Actually, I learned from that book too. Well, it wasn't just that, but man, how do you cure all of this? All of what I've spoke about today. How do you cure this? Okay. For one, these Negroes are lost. You're not curing them. You're just not. You're not going to get through to these people. Yeah, the jig is up. I went to jail smiling like Tupac. Exactly. I sure would have. She would have been so beat the fuck up. And my little girl is a daddy's girl too. Shit. Okay. They wouldn't have been able to get me off of her. You know what I mean? So oh, here's another thing. They say black people was trying to fight ICE. Are y'all fucking mad? Are y'all serious? If this is true, look at this. Democrats literally put illegals in black cities to replace them and gave immigrants money and walked right past pure blacks. Remember when I said to y'all they played a long game? That's what I meant. That's what I meant. The last dictator that was in place. That's what I meant when I said they are trying to replace y'all. Remember he let the borders open? He was letting all these immigrants in. That's the reason why. That's the long game. That's the long con. All right? That's the long con. Replacing you. See what I mean? There's always something behind what they do. Always. They don't do nothing out of just, instinct or emotion. They do it for a fucking reason. Yes, he did. He did. He gave it up in that book. I think he's still in jail though right now, but yeah, he did. I do too. Evoking Eternity by E.A. Coetting is a great book to have for the occultists. Evoking Eternity. It is. It must be black. Oh, you mean Fighting Ice? I guess. I don't know. I haven't seen. I was not able to prove it. That's why I thought about, should I show this? Because I have not seen it myself. But I agree with you, Mooney. It must be black immigrants. The golden / rainbow ticket. Exactly. There's a method behind their madness, always. But remember when I was telling y'all before about the violet flame? That's a good, not just for your car and when you're driving. There's other uses for it. Okay? This is out of Cosmic Comics by Azazel Bay. The violet bubble protection. You can visualize a violet bubble around you or around anyone you wish for protection. The violet bubble can be projected as far as you wish. The person can be in another country. You can protect them with the violet bubble around them. Violet fire has a consciousness of its own. I know where to go and it knows where to go and what to do. It will go to the affected chakras and affected parts. Diseased energy will be expelled. Organs that are weak will be strengthened. And then he gives an invocation. Okay. I'll leave that up for just a second. Y'all can come back to this and freeze it or whatever, screenshot it or whatever. But there's another use for it right here. Don't forget these essential oils here. I use lavender at night. Okay. Let me copy that. All right, that's from Cosmic Comics, y'all. Cosmic Comics. Okay. But sorry, not sorry. You can't help them. They're done. Negroes are lost. All right. They're caught up in this world, and there's just no helping them. You may want to help your family or whatever, but there's just really no helping them. I say that somberly, but I hate it. I absolutely hate it. You know, that it has come to this. People say that there is a great time to be alive. I kind of disagree, you know, with that. For us, this is, we can't help them. Sorry, not sorry. All right. Thanks for y'all for joining me today. It's been informative. Fitness by Penis coming to a Patreon near you. All right, gentlemen, ED is not normal. It's not. Okay. There are natural remedies for every damn thing that you may suffer from. Everything. Okay. Y'all have a great weekend. I'll see y'all back here next week. Enjoy the Super Bowl if you're watching. Enjoy that ritual play out. All right. I'm the one and only. There's only one. The enigmatic, the hilarious sometimes, the magical, the mystical, and the diabolical one, Magick LaQuizza. I see y'all. As I greet you in peace as always, enjoy the rest of the day, y'all. Namaste. Peace, y'all.